not in my, I wish I was still in my 25th year. Yeah, look at me, 25 over here. No, I wish I could have gone to Hardly Strictly Bluegrass. It's on my bucket list still, but I work weekends, so it makes it a little bit more difficult for me. But it was a beautiful day all across the Bay Area. Whether you went to Hardly Strictly Bluegrass or you just enjoyed the sunshine elsewhere, it was gorgeous. Temperatures a degree or two above what we felt yesterday. Right now, they're cooling down just a bit, but still sitting in the upper 70s to maybe even a few low 80s sprinkled in there across our inland East Bay communities. Our coastal communities, though, you're feeling a bit more of that chill. You're in the upper 50s right now from Point Reyes down to Pacifica, low 60s in Half Moon Bay. And compared to 24 hours ago, you're definitely feeling a few degrees cooler. The reason is because of the cloud coverage, the onshore winds that are still there. However, by overnight tonight and into tomorrow, we are expecting our offshore winds to develop. And the offshore winds actually might create a bit of an issue across the mountains of our North Bay communities. They're actually going to be pretty gusty on the highest elevations, places like Mount St. Helena, where we are going to be seeing those winds gusting upwards of 40 miles an hour. But low elevations like Sonoma, Napa, you might see a gust up to 10 miles an hour. So the gusts aren't going to be necessarily a huge issue at the ground, but they are again coming in from the offshore direction. And offshore winds, as many of you know, bring in drier and warmer conditions. And that's exactly what we're expecting through tomorrow. Maybe a little bit of cloud coverage along our coastal communities overnight tonight. But again, the offshore winds really going to be fighting against a lot of that cloud coverage that tries to develop. So overall, it is going to be a sunny and a warm day across the bay tomorrow. Those temperatures inland going to be even warmer than today, sitting in the upper 80s across our inland East Bay communities and down into the Santa Clara Valley. You get closer to the coast and it's still warm. Those temperatures even by the bay are going to be in the mid 80s, and then along the coast, mid to maybe even upper 70s. Pacifica forecast high of 77 degrees. That is some beautiful beach weather out there. And highs in the low 80s in downtown San Francisco. Those of us without air conditioning, that's going to be a hot one. You might want to escape to the beach, maybe get down to Monterey, Santa Cruz, where those highs are going to be in the mid 70s overall. It doesn't matter where you are. A beautiful day to head to the beach and cool off from those inland communities tomorrow. We are expecting cloud coverage to arrive overnight Monday and into early Tuesday as onshore winds begin to develop, especially down near Monterey, Salinas. That's where the majority of the fog and cloud coverage will develop. For the Bay Area, yes, a little bit will be filtering in for areas by the Golden Gate, but those temperatures along our coastal communities by Tuesday are going to be a few degrees cooler, while those inland areas stay very warm through Tuesday. But by Wednesday, everybody will begin to cool down as there is going to be a big pattern change on the way. In fact, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, those onshore winds will begin to pick up. Cloud coverage will develop a little bit more, especially closer to our coastal communities, about a 10 to 15 degree temperature drop from Tuesday and into Wednesday. And by the time that we step out next weekend, there is the very slight potential of a few raindrops in our forecast. That will be late Friday and into early Saturday, so keep that in mind for any Fleet Week plans. Again, closer to our coastal communities, it is going to be a bit cooler, a bit cloudier, but it looks like everything should dry out and warm right back up by Sunday. So again, perfect timing for Fleet Week. Back to you, Rivers.